Lots of people will die at the end of the day, and they never had an income in their lifetime. If it will take the Garden of Eden 4 streams of rivers to make it flourish and green, bro, as a man, you need nothing less than 4 streams of income, 4 streams of revenue for yourself, 4 streams of making money for yourself. The moment you can get hold on your emotions and you can tell somebody no, then your financial freedom has commenced again. See, come to the conclusion that you are the owner of your money. Nobody should use emotional blackmail to get money off you. And the greatest currency on earth is not money, it's not dollars, it's not pounds. The greatest currency on earth is relationship. And the hardest job on earth is building relationship. In the next few minutes, we'll be talking about finance, and finance is a very key point in the life of a man. In the words of my own biological father, he will say, as a man, Mama jẹ́ kí owó tán lọ́wọ́ ẹ. Which means, as a man, daily, morning, afternoon, evening, night, never allow money to be out of your pocket. Physical cash. And for you to have physical cash, you should have more money in your accounts, but have cash. Issues can come up, problems can come up at any time, but finance can solve a lot of things. Yeah. Now, money answereth unto all things. I'll be quoting scriptures when I'm talking, and I don't want anybody to see it as anything wrong, but it's from the Holy Book, right? So now, money answereth unto all things, and money is actually a defense. Are we together? Yeah. Money is actually a defense, and it is one thing to have money, it is another thing to reproduce money, it's another thing to manage money. You might have access to money, but if you don't know the techniques of managing it, if you don't know the techniques of reproducing it, give it a number of days, that money will become nothing. And it's better for a man to come to the conclusion in his lifetime that money can never be enough. No matter the amount of money you have today, it can never be enough. Hence, issues will come up, issues will produce themselves. If you solve one, another one will come up. Hence, money can never be enough for it. If money is enough, Elon Musk will not still be producing other things. Dangote will not be going into the oil sector, and they won't be working more. He's already the richest man in Africa. He's already the richest man in the world, Elon. Somebody came from nowhere, pushed him down to second, and became first. In a number of weeks, he came back up as first. What just happened? Money is not enough. They're still working to get more money. So give yourself the peace of mind first, with the knowledge that money can never be enough. Then the moment you give yourself that peace of mind, then you can now work and do things for yourself. Now, we've established the fact that money is not enough. We've established the fact that you need to have money as a man. See, having money gives you a whole lot of confidence. I'll use myself as an example. When I was in the university, I studied mathematics in Federal University of Technology, Mina, Niger State. Whenever I'm having exam period, I don't read without not having 50,000 naira in my account. This is a secret I had. Reason is because of the way my brain has been wired. On the level was a crazy crazy year for me, my under-level days. I'm using myself as a practical example so we can actually connect with what I'm trying to pass across to us. And I will be so open to us. And you will get home and you'll be angry with yourself. You'll get home and you'll think about a lot of things. But it's to the end that you become a better person for yourself. So I don't go to exam period without having 50,000 naira or nothing less than 30,000 naira in my account. Now, if I get If it's exam period, I go to the class and I sit down to read. The kind of peace of mind that I have and the kind of confidence I have, I can stay in that place and read to any number of time or hours that I want to take, because I have the confidence that I have money in my account and I have money at hand. If I call a bike man around 3 a.m. to come and pick me from the class that I'm reading back home, it will not be a problem to me. Yes, you call an amount and I can pay that amount. You understand? You call an amount, I'll pay the amount. Or whenever I'm reading and I want to eat, I can eat anything I want to eat. It's just for you to have it. Tell me the amount, I'll pay it. Because of what? I have money. Now, money is a way of building your confidence. Money also builds your confidence, but nothing builds your confidence like prayer. When you pray and you know that God have answered your prayer, because of that's the confidence we have in God, that when we pray, He answers our prayer. When you pray, it gives you your confidence, and at the same time, money drives men and gives them confidence. Do you understand what I'm trying to drive them at? And I can move freely. It gives me peace of mind. So having money, maintaining money, or managing money and reproducing money is 3 skills that every man must have. Number 1, having money. How do you have money? You only have money when you have value. The only way you can have money in this world today is if you have value to give. If you have value to give, then people will give you monetary value for the value you can render to them. Whether it's you being an engineer, whether it's you having real estate connect, whether it's you having fashion brand, whether it's you having anything you can do. But have a skill which is a value that you can give for a value. And that's one of the reasons why I don't blame ladies that are into prostitution. They have value. And some men want that value. And they'll pay for that value. They're ready to pay for that value to have that value. So we humans are wired in a way that we can only get value when we exchange with money. So the best way of getting money or having money is by you having value. And you must have a skill. You must have something that you do. Do we get? We've established that fact of how to get money. Have value. Now, maintaining and reproducing money is another skill entirely that people don't know how to do it. Maintaining money or managing money and reproducing money is another thing. And everybody can actually get this knowledge that I'm saying outside, or from books, or from people that have experience. But I will add a particular thing to what I'm saying that will be very unique. Now, I'll be talking about laws of finance. There are laws that guides finance, and we can say from our school of thought in science that you can never have a law if you don't have an appointancy, or if you don't have something you are testing. And when you now test it and you now have results, then it becomes a proven law. Do we get? Now, the laws that I'll be sharing with us are laws that have been gotten from ancient books, laws from the Bible. I'll tell you, laws from the Bible. I'm not sugarcoating anything. These laws are from the Bible. Now, the first law I'll be talking to us is the law of God first. God first. If anything I don't know in this world, I know this thing, and I know it for sure, and it's working. I know a God that can compress time. I know a God that gives favor. I know a God that engraces men. And I know a God that has mercy on men. What will take people 10 years, 20 years to do, the Lord can compress it for you in 6 months. The Lord can compress it for you in weeks. The Lord can compress it for you in a day. The year is not yet over. We still have close to 60 days. And a whole lot of things can change. Your finances can still change. Your life can still change. So the first law I'll be telling us now is the law of the God factor. Know God. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a pagan, whether you're a traditional worshiper, whatever you call a God in your life, know that God, right? And engage that God for yourself. See, if my father was Dangote, it is one thing for me to know that my father is Dangote, and it's another thing for me to know that my father is actually Dangote. What am I trying to say? It is one thing for me to know that this is my dad, and I'm enjoying the father and son relationship. And it's another thing for me to know that what I can access from my father. And that is why I will never blame or read the story of the prodigal son as a bad story. The prodigal son knows his rights and he established his right and used his right to the fullest. Do we get? So it is one thing for you to know God, it's another thing for you to explore the dimensions in God. So if you don't know anything, if you are living here, please live here with the fact that you should know more of God. You should know more deep things with God. See, the Lord can direct you so much well that you meet your next big contract ASAP. The Lord can direct you so much well that you meet your destiny helpers immediately without stress. That direction, you can only get it from God. That is one. The second law we'll be talking about, we all understand the law of God, the God law. Now, the second law we'll be talking about is the law of the 50, 20, and 30%. Every man, if you want to maintain your wealth, if you want to maintain your finance, you must know how to use Excel, Microsoft Excel, or Google Sheets. You must know how to use Excel. What am I trying to say? You must know how to read numbers. You must know what your account statement is talking about, your bank statement. You must read your finances. Finances is not just numbers. It's not 5,000, 20,000. But you must know what you can read from your account document. Banks give people access to read, to receive, or access their bank statement. But many people don't use the account statement or the bank statement they get monthly. So there are some banks like Access, GT, they auto send you your monthly reports, your monthly expenditures. But if you are very, very intentional about your finances, you should take a day in a month to read your finances. Where is my money going to? This money that I withdrew this day, what did I use it for? That is why I will like Kuda for transaction. You don't transfer money from in Kuda without you putting narration. So with the moment you put narration and when you are now reading your bank statement, you now know, owó yìí tí mo send sí account yìí, it was for food, it was for transportation, it was for this, it was for that. I bought this, I bought that. And you now itemize what you did throughout the whole month and come to the conclusion of where your money was going to the most, where your money was not going through the most, and what you were doing with your money. And you will now find out and give yourself the peace of mind that you have money. The total credit that comes to your account and the total debit that comes to your account, you can read it. There was a particular time, or last year or so, there was a trend going on with PAMPay and OPay of in and out. Who can remember that trend? The total money that come in and the total money that went out, and you now find out that you don't have money. But the moment you now settle down and read that statement of account and know what you are doing with your money, the better for you. Now, going back to the 50, 20, and 30% portfolio. Whatever you make in a month, come to the conclusion that 50% of that money goes to your expenses, goes to your expenditure. whatever you need to do to get by the month. Your transport, your feeding, your data, if you are a tech person or somebody that you work online or you work remotely, your data must be part of your expenses. Your feeding, your transportation, your upkeep generally should be in that 50%. Are we together?
Yeah.
20% of that money should go into your savings. I will break at this point and I will tell you, or I will ask a question. What is the difference between income and revenue? The moment you come to the conclusion of or understanding of what I'm about to say, that's the beginning of your financial freedom. What we all said is the general head knowledge that everybody have, and that is what is killing people. A lot of people will die at the end of the day, and they never had an income in their life, in their lifetime. They never had income. What is income? What is revenue? I need us to understand this concept very well. Whenever you do a particular job or you do something, you work and you get paid, that is a revenue. Take yourself as an institution. That's the money you get. So if I render a service to you, I sell a product to you, I do something to you, the money you give to me or to my company, that money becomes a revenue to my company. Then the moment I can say I have income, it is when I carry out expenditures on that revenue. The money that is now remaining now becomes my income. And I want you to now think inwardly. The moment you collect salary, the moment you collect wages, the moment you collect money in, it is until you carry out expenditures on that money and that money becomes zero that your brain will now think and now like you want to make more money. Am I lying? That's the truth. If you get paid 100k, 50k, 1 million today, you start spending and you now wake up tomorrow or next tomorrow and find out that you don't have money again in that account. You never had an income. You will just carry out the expenditures on that revenue that you had and you never had an income. And that is why many people will go away, leave this earth without having an income in their lifetime. Do we understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, going back to the 20% aspect now. The 20% aspect is what will now make you intentionally have income. When you save. When you take 20% of your salary, 20% of your revenue, and keep sideways, then that is where you can now say you have income. Or that is the time you can now say you have money. Because what you do, now I've told us what you do with 50%, right? Is for your expenses. What you do with the money you save is sending it on errands. That's what you do with the money you save. You send it on a message. Go, work, and bring more money for me. Which is starting a business, starting a side hustle, investing. Because if you say that you wait until you make one particular amount of money before you do investment, you will not make that money. Because expenses are always existing. Expenses are always existing. I've come to the conclusion that stepping out of my house is debit alert. Staying indoor is also a debit alert. Living is debit alert. What is the glow? Are you with me? Now, if you now have the mindset that until you make 1 billion, until you make 1 million, until you make this particular amount of money before you can invest, you will never invest. But the moment you now start keeping aside money and keeping money separately and saying, okay, we'll buy 1 million naira, the salary. I have a salary of 1 million naira, and I keep 200k outside. If you do that for 5 months, my brother, you have 1 million naira. And you can now have a clear head and say, okay, 1 million naira, what do I want to use it for? Do you get? And you cannot start something. You cannot invest in somebody else's business. You cannot give out money to cook something out. And at the end of the day, you will not find out that you will not have more income or more revenue, rather, sorry. You will not have more revenue because of the money you've kept aside for a period of months. You now pick it up to start something else. Give or take, like you'll be making one small amount of money that will flow in. And you will not feel it that something is flowing in.
Sure.
How be it that you save money and you now have an income and you now come to the conclusion and said, okay, I want to do something new. If it will take the Garden of Eden 4 streams of rivers to make it flourish and green, bro, as a man, you need nothing less than 4 streams of income, 4 streams of revenue for yourself, 4 streams of making money for yourself. Then when you now have 4, that time you cannot stand. There's a particular meme that is going around of Shehu and Ned. I'll say, why are you marrying 4, 5 wives? He now said, imagine you standing on one leg. Will you be comfortable? But standing on 2, 3, 4, 5, you will stand well. It's talking about wives. For me, I'm not trying to impose it and bringing it. Standing on 4, 5 means of making money. At J, you stand well.
Balance.
You stand balance. And that's why Yoruba people say, oh, arometa kindo benu. I've had the days, because my younger brother used to say that thing. So when you now make money and you keep aside some money and you now use it for investments, please know that there are different forms of investments. At the point where you save money, applying these laws, that is you maintaining money and applying these laws, and you now have money aside, that is the time you can now reproduce money which is invested. Because if you don't consciously keep money outside, you will not be able to invest money or invest in anything or have a bite or a slice or something. If you come across an opportunity tomorrow and like there's a distress sale of a particular land, the owner of the land is in problem and he needs money and he wants to sell it for 5 million. Do you have a means of making 5 million? It's a very good opportunity, but it means that you've saved money over time. You can boldly say, wait, I'm coming. You bring the 5 million and you pay for it. You have that now. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That is where I will talk about emergency funds also. Right? You have money. You have money somewhere that you can use and do whatever you want to do. You can have opportunity that comes your way. Somebody wants to sell land, somebody wants to sell a car, somebody wants to do this, somebody wants to start a business. Your friend just wake up tomorrow morning and like, how far? Kini. And you now resonate with you well. And you now tell the person, come, let's partner together. I have a 9 to 5. You don't have a 9 to 5. And you have this idea. You have the passion already. I have the funds. Come, let's work together. I give you the money. And I work with you. We are partnering together. No, any amount of money that we get from this business, we share it 50-50. You send your money on errands. You are not actually in it fully, but you are checking on it. You looked at it. You are involved in it, but you are not 100% involved in it. And the business is working, and money is being made, and you are getting your slice, you are getting your share. You have more money to yourself. I've buttressed much on the 20%, right? 50, 20. No, sorry, 50, 50. No, sorry. What I said was 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20. The 30% is your investment, is your savings. Sorry, 30% of your money is your savings. 20% of your money you use it to do 2 things. 50% your expenses, 30% your savings. 20% of your money you use it to do 2 things. Slice it into 2, 10%. Whether you are a Christian or you're a Muslim, you either do tithes or you do sadaqah. Are you with me? I don't pay tithes. I don't pay tithes in the way people pay tithes. I don't pay tithe like taking my 10% and dropping it in church. People do. Me, I don't. And I have my reason and I have my own conviction. Right? So, what do? I give. I take my tithe and I give out. Right? That's what I do. I'm not saying don't pay tithe to video. I'm not saying don't pay tithe. Tithe works. I pay tithe also. I take it as my tithe, but I know what I'm using my tithe for. You can drop your offering in church. You can drop your tithe in church. You are basically not giving the church the responsibility to do whatever they want to do with your tithes, which is also doing something for the gospel. Do you get?
Yeah.
But it's just me now actually not saying I'm not knowing what I'm doing with my own tithes, which is giving. And the other 10%, bro, enjoy your life.
Chop life.
Chop life.
Chop life. Yeah. He says, yeah.
See, chop life in the midst of you exposing yourself to more things. The first time I was flying, I sat down inside the plane and I just blew my belt and I just sat down there, and the flights from Lagos to Abuja will land. That flight was not on my pocket, it was on office pockets. The second time I was flying on office pockets, and I said, the next thing I want to do is to eat in the plane. You know, they give packages in the plane. So what I just did was I just hold it, JJC. I just held it, and when I land, when I now get into the Uber that's taking me, I was not eating there. I was now feeling somehow. So I now saw people eating. I said, the next time I'm flying, I'm eating. And I ate. The next time I was flying again, I said I want to go to the toilet inside the plane. Are you with me? I went into the toilet inside the plane and I took pictures. And whenever I go through my gallery and I see all these pictures, it gives me the mindset that I am not getting exposed. I'm getting to know places. I'm getting to go places. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So, if it's that you use your 10% to get yourself exposed on some things that you've never done, please do. I was out in last 2 years or last year March. I went out, I traveled from Mina to Lapai. We had an event in Lapai and we were coming back with the team. So when we got back to Mina, it was around 7, 8. And I told the boys, guys, let's enter Chicken Republic and sit down and eat. Then we sat down and eat. And when we were done eating, it was around 8:30, and one of the boys said, let us be going. He's also going farther. And I said, no, don't worry, you sleep in my house. All of us, let's stay here. We live here when they are leaving. Firstly, everybody thought it was a waste of time, but my spirit just told me, let's stay here. Let's live life. Let's just cool off. It was at a rooftop like this, but enclosed. So you can see through the road, you can see through everything. Just enjoy the view. And let us gist. And let us order maybe ice cream and just drink. And when we were seated like that, that's how one man just came, looking a bit shabby, not looking so solid, but was just on top and trouser and Crocs also. And he said, can I sit with you people? Next the other people were like, come down, sir, sit. Next thing the man sat, and the man now brought a deal of worth 20 million naira to us, saying they want to start a restaurant along a particular road in Mina, and they are looking for young people that are into marketing. Guess what? Sir, I'm into marketing. I'm into marketing. Then next thing the man said, what how will you do? I said, Appa, we'll come, we'll make videos in your restaurants, make compelling videos, we post on social medias, we run social media ads, we run news, we go to TV station, we go to radio station, we do P-board, we do all this. Yes, the man was just, I just articulated my words and just gave him lamba. Yes, the man said, please give me your number. We exchanged numbers. I said, sir, tonight we'll send you a proposed budget and a full expenditure for everything. He said, no problem, I'll be expecting, although we're just building. I said, no problem, be building. We'll give you our proposed budget tonight. The next thing, the man left. And I looked at the boys. Maybe someone they go. I didn't think we left here. She will have access to this news or to that man. And all of us went to my house. We sat down, we created a group chat, added him to the group chat, looked at documents, created a document, sent it to him. Although it didn't go through or didn't work, or the contract didn't come true or come to life. It didn't. But in their own life now, they know that go out, sit out. I know many people that have gotten jobs just by sitting out, and one rich person which is depressed will just come and just sit there and just start conversation, and you are making something for it. So that 10% of your money, chop your life. And know that there's difference between you being built and you being used. That is another law, the law of no. This is the third law, the law of no. To say no to things. The moment you can get hold on your emotions and you can tell somebody no, then your financial freedom has commenced again. See, before I come and meet you and ask you for money, Ajay, you are one of my options. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
For me to come and meet you and tell you, Julius, Jomo need 100K.
Just a short boy.
And if Julius have it, and Julius can give me, fine, give me. But if Julius says no, it doesn't mean I will not get the money I'm looking for. It doesn't mean I will not meet another person and ask another person for money. Hence, the moment you can get hold on your emotion and you can tell the person, I'm sorry, I have money with me, but the money I have with me is budgeted for something else. I don't need to lie to you and tell you I don't have money. See, come to the conclusion that you are the owner of your money. Nobody should use emotional blackmail to get money off you. Now me get my money, I worked for my money. So the way I want to spend my money is to me. If I want to give you, it's me giving you. Yeah. If I don't want to give you, it's me knowing that I want to use my money for something else. And there are some people that are not worth your money. Somebody can ask you for money and the next thing the person is using it to carry woman. Next thing the person is using it to smoke. Next thing, the person will not live a life that you yourself cannot live. The person will come and meet you and use emotional blackmail and use everything and use stocks, use everything and get money off you to go and do something that you yourself you have been looking forward to do. So if you can't give at the moment, it doesn't mean you are a bad person. The moment you start giving and at the end of the day you are now in zero balance, and you need to give yourself grace. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Hence, you must have loved yourself first before you can now have the ability to love your neighbor. I want to paint a scenario to us, right? Imagine, or let me first use the crab mentality. If I have 5 to 10 crabs and I have a bucket and I drop all of them inside, I don't need to cover them or watch them. None of them will leave the bucket. They have the crab mentality of dragging themselves back. We are in this together. Nobody's going. Nobody's going. That is one. Number two, if all of us are in a pit, we cannot help ourselves out. If all of us are trying to carry ourselves, or you go, the person will not go. because the pit is very deep. It's until one person actually now struggle his own way out and stay outside the pit. The person is there, this is the pit, and the person is standing well. Then the person can now drop ropes and help other people to come outside. So if you are not okay yet, it is fine not to give out yet. Do you understand what I'm trying to drive on? The ability to get hold on your emotion and say no on some subject matters, it will go a long way. It is not every time that somebody wants to have a need and it comes to you and you now meet it, and they will take you as a sure guy.
Always.
They'll take you as they'll take you as somebody that they can run to at any time, and they just need to do and next thing.
Oh man down.
Do we get? You have to take hold on your emotion. Ladies can do that thing a whole lot. I know of a lady that will snap herself halfway and send you as viewers before they start the conversation with you.
Cryptocurrency.
You get? They're just actually playing on your emotions to get money off you. But the moment you can lay hold on your emotions, then you can manage your money. We've spoken about the God factor, spoken about the 50, 30, 20%, we've spoken about the ability to say no. The next one we'll be going into is delayed gratification. The law of delayed gratification. Now, I want to refer back to the Bible again. I'm not a pastor, please. That's the pastor. I'm not the pastor, that's the pastor. Yeah.
That's the pastor.
I want to refer back to the Bible, the story of Esau and Jacob. What will make the other brother to take the blessings of the other brother is because of what the mother told him. That's what we all believe. But actually, it's the law of delayed gratification that the parents did. How? You want to tell me that there's not a day that they went into the bush and they saw a particular animal? That animal, that particular animal that the father likes. They saw that animal and they brought it home and they come to the conclusion, Emma Jakakpa, leave it. You understand? Leave it. And coincidentally, that is a male. They go again another day and they pick another animal, and that same type of animal, and that animal is also a male. They bring it home and they kill it and they eat. Fine. They go again another day, pick a female, bring it home, and they left it. Go out again. Before they come back, the other male and female have meet each other and do one-on-one. And the female is now pregnant. And the female is now giving birth. And there's now many of that animal at the backyard of their house. And now the mother can now overhead what the father told the other one, and now told her own son to now go get from the backyard, while that one is already going to the bush. And from the backyard, they prepare something and serve it, use the air as... You understand what I'm trying to say?
Sure.
There is something called delayed gratification that has happened. There's something called delayed gratification that has happened, that they now have more than enough to now enjoy later on. Bro, iPhone is not going anywhere. Person wey buy car today, now him buy the old model.
Yeah. That one touch me. I never buy my own like this.
You know me. But what am I driving home at? If you don't have the ability to carry out that expenditure 3 to 2 times, don't carry out that expenditure. The law of delayed gratification. You know me say me to I no go make am. You know me say me to I no go use that kind of brand. You know me say me to I no go wear that kind of shoe. You know me say me to I no go wear that kind of iWatch. You know me say me to I no go use iPhone. But if you cannot afford it, you cannot afford it. If you need to delay the gratification of that moment, delay it. Because what use is it? You are in debt just to prove to people that you are a big man, and which the perception or the proving that you are proving just for a minute. What am I driving home at? If I'm here today and somebody comes in with a Benz and he passes me and I see the Benz, I'm like, oh, nice car. What it all in here? It's already gone. Nice car, fine. That's not the commendation you get from me. But he has gone through a lot of debts to be riding that car. And he's in pains, he's in a lot of issues just to live that kind of life. Which is just for me to say, oh, nice car, and that's all. But how be it when I say nice car, and it is actually a nice car, because you're not actually in debt, you're actually not in any pressure. So if you cannot carry out an expenditure 2 times, at least 2 times, then that expenditure is not a time. So that's the law of delayed gratification. If you cannot buy that phone yet, fine, wait. If you cannot buy that thing, wait. The law of what? Delay gratification. So that's 4 laws, right? The 5th law, the law of the use of tech, the law of relationship. Right? Okay. The law of relationship. See, where money answers unto all things, yes, but there are some things that money will not answer to. And the greatest currency on earth is not money, it's not dollar, it's not pounds, it's not money. The greatest currency on earth is relationship. And the hardest job on earth is building relationship. What am I trying to say? I might have billions, I can have millions. And there's another person here that I want. Okay, let's do this. You have money, you have millions, billions, you have money. And your son needs admission in my university. And I'm the chancellor, I'm the pro-chancellor, the vice-chancellor of the university. Or I'm the one in charge of admission. And you come and meet me and you flaunt your money. And I'm now coincidentally a man of principle. And I tell you, your money is nothing to me, take your money away. You will never get that admission. But you now know my wife. You now go and meet my wife and tell my wife, have I talked to your husband? And my wife come and meet me and talk to me, I can say yes. Because of what? That is where relationship comes in. And she's not spending the relationship she has with me for you. Albeit that I know people and it's not like I can call once and that door will be open. Not because of I have money, or just because of I have relationship. I know people. I connect with people. That is why when he was explaining or introducing something about CarryWise, I know the UI UX designer, the former UI UX designer, Mr. Kizito. He currently works with Kuda now. Do we get? Now, you might need something someday, and that relationship is what can provide you what you need. So, whenever you have the opportunity to meet people, please meet people fully. Get to know people fully, and it will help us a long way. So, with this few points of mine, I hope we are going back home or we are living here with a very good knowledge about finance, and we are good. Thank you.